Alright, today we're going to talk about exterior angle theorem, and it has to do with triangles. We know that the total of any triangle, the inside angles, are 180 degrees total. And we know from here to here is also 180 because those are supplementary angles. Okay? What they're saying is this exterior angle, and it's exterior because it's on the outside of the triangle, is equal to the two remote interior angles added together. So the sum of the remote interior angles is equal to the exterior angle. We're going to set up our equation. We're looking for the exterior angle. And in this drawing, that's x. So exterior angle equals the sum of the interior. So interior plus interior. And the part of remote comes into play is because the remote angles are away from this angle that it's supplementary to. So in this picture, the exterior angle is x. The two remote interior angles are 50 plus 60. To solve this equation, we're simply going to add 50 and 60, and we get 110 degrees. Now we can write that 110 degrees right there. To check our answer, to make sure we didn't make a miscalculation, we know that these two angles are supplementary. So if this angle is 110, we can do 180 minus 110, and we get 70. So this angle is 70 degrees. All right. Remember, in a triangle, the total has to also be 180. So we can take and add the interior angles, 50 plus 60 plus 70, to see if we get 180. And we do. So we know our answer is 100% correct. And we can move on to the next problem. On example 2, again, the exterior angle is x equals the two remote interior angles are 58, and you got to remember what that box means, and it says, hey, I'm 90 degrees. So 58 plus 90, all we have to do is add these two. And 58 plus 90 is 148. 148. Well, 148 is an obtuse angle, so it looks like it's going to work. But to find this angle right here, we're going to do 180 minus 148, and we should get 32. And if we add 58, 32, and 90, the triangle is 180 degrees total. So we know our answer is the exterior angle is 148. Example 3. Again, the exterior angle. Well, this time we know the exterior angle, so it's going to be 123 equals the sum of the two remote interior angles, 92 plus x. Solving equations. To get the 92 over here, we've got to subtract 92 from both sides. And that leaves us x equals 31. Alright, so we're saying that this angle right here is 31 degrees. Excuse me. To check it, we know these two are 180. So 180 minus 123 is going to be 57. And if I add these three angles together, I get 180. So I know my answer is 100% correct. Alright, let's move on to example 4. On example 4, the exterior angle, which is on the outside, 115, equals the sum of the two remote interior. That, remember, remote means they're not touching this angle. They're not adjacent to that angle. So x plus 54. Well, to solve this equation, we've got to move the 54 by subtracting 54 to both sides. That leaves us x equals, and 115 minus 54 is going to be 61 degrees. We've got to check it. This is 61 degrees. Well, these two have to be supplementary, so 180 minus 115 is going to be 65 degrees. Now, if I add these three angles together, their total has to be 180. And it does work, so I know my answer is 100% correct. Now for example 5. The exterior angle is 140. And we have the two remote interior angles. Remember, we've got to add those together. But we don't know x, so we're going to find it. So we're going to subtract 45 from both sides. X equals 95 degrees. So we think this is 95 degrees. We know that these are supplementary. So 180 minus 140 is 40. And when I add these three angles together, I know they're also 180. So I know my answer is correct. And remember, we can name an angle by measurement of angle DEC. DEC, the vertex is E. So that's what we were looking for, 95 degrees. All right, example 6. Now we've got to remember all those steps for solving equations that we practice so much. Find your exterior angle. 5x plus 7 equals, here's the two remote interior angles, and we've got to add those together. So 20 plus 5 plus 3x. All right, combine like terms. We can put these two together for 25 because they're constants, they're numbers by themselves. On the left-hand side, we still have 5x plus 7. This is where we've got to get our variables to one side, our constants to the opposite side before division happens. So I'm going to move my 3x, and it's positive, so I'm going to subtract 3x from both sides. That leaves me with 2x. I still have 7 I haven't done anything with, equals 25. Next, I'm going to move the 7 by attaching minus 7 to both sides. 2x equals 18. Now I have the constants separated from the variables I'm ready to divide. Division by 2. X equals 9. Now we know this angle is not 9 and this angle is not 9. We have to calculate the expression. Alright, 5x plus 7 is the exterior angle. The operation between 5 and x is multiplication. 5 times 9, add 7, is going to be 52 degrees. 5 plus 3 times 9 is going to be 32. Now, just to make sure, if we take 52 and subtract it from 180, this drawing might have been a little off. If we take 180 minus 52, we get 128. And if we add these three angles together to make sure they equal 180, it works. So x equals 9, and our two angles, the exterior angle is 52, the interior angle is 32. Excuse me. And for our last example, our exterior angle is 8 plus 6x. equals the sum of our two remote interior angles. This one's 30, and this one's 4x plus 2. First, we're going to combine like terms. 8 plus 6x stays the same for right now. We can combine 30 and 2 to get 32 plus 4x. Moving to 4x, we're going to subtract 4x from both sides. 8, we haven't done anything with 8, so it's still there. 6x minus 4x is positive 2x. Now we're going to move the 8 by subtracting 8 from both sides. We get 2x equals 24. Now that they're separated, we can divide by 2. X equals 12. Now remember, that's just the value of x. We still have to go back here and find the angle measures. So 4 times 12 add 2 is going to be 50 degrees. That's this angle right here. And the angle that's 8 plus 6 times 12, that's going to be 80. If I think about supplementary angles, this one has to be 100. And when I add the three angles in a triangle, their total is 180. So I know x equals 12, and the angles I had to find were 50 and 80. Now you have two worksheets, 1 through 8, working on exterior angles of a triangle. And they started in class, and some people chose to work on their projects. But those two worksheets are due tomorrow.